Morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Humpity Hump Day. It's exciting that it's already Wednesday. And I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Let's see what's going on in the stars today. What's up in the heavens? Well, first of all, it's Kirstie Alley's birthday. Thank you to everybody who reached out to her for her time of birth. We didn't get a response, but that's okay. That's okay. Kirstie's a very busy lady and probably a very private person, but we still can glean a lot of information from her chart, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Good morning, John. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a nice day, John. So today we are in the waxing moon cycle still. So this is a time from the new moon to the full moon in which we're drawing new things into our lives. And you're going to start to feel and experience the manifestations of those come the full moon in Cancer on Monday, January 17th. So even if you don't get whatever it is that you were looking for by the full moon, usually it takes about 6 months by the time the full moon is in Cancer, it will be July, I think it's 13th, 2022. Then you'll see probably more manifestations, but you'll start to see the first manifestations of your new moon goals come this Monday. And even if it's an emotion, that's a manifestation. So if you can feel as you would feel if you had achieved your goals, then that is a manifestation. Good morning, Sin. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me this morning. So, like even come Monday, maybe, for instance, on your new moon wish list or on your vision board, you put, I don't know, be a millionaire or fall madly in love or get a new job. Maybe by Monday, you don't have that $1 million and you don't have necessarily that, that you've fallen in love or that you have that new job, but maybe you have an interview scheduled, or maybe you saw some really great jobs that you really like, or maybe you're starting to feel really lovey-dovey, or maybe you're starting to feel rich, or maybe you're starting to smell money around you. Like all of those things would be a manifestation, even if it's not, can hold it, because everything that you manifest takes place in the psyche first. So just keep that in mind. Good morning, Florida Husky. Nice to see you today. Oh, you had a telemed appointment. You're already doing great. That's what I like to hear. That's great. And it's really good that you're keeping up with your appointments. Very important. Very important. Hi, Maggie Cole. Nice to see you. We have today, in addition to it being a waxing moon, it's Mercury's day. So that is the planet of communication, and Mercury is going to be retrograde come January 14th, which we'll talk about later this week. But when Mercury is retrograde and it's already in its shadow, you want to give yourself extra time to get places. You want to think twice before sending that snarky email. When in doubt, leave it out. Pay extra close attention to anything that you have to sign. And just, think twice about, agreeing to things. Things might not be as they seem. If you do start a job under the retrograde, typically the job isn't what you had expected. It might be better, in fact. So, you were first? Thank you, Florida Husky. First is awesome. Congratulations. So, we have a Taurus moon today. And then later on tonight at 10:07 p.m. EST, 7:07 if you're on the Pacific Coast, on the West Coast, you will be having a Gemini moon. So the thing is, with your Taurus moon today, the real question is, what's most important to you? So Taurus, among other things, rules values. And now, because Venus is retrograde, our values are being better understood. We're reflecting on our values. An object in motion likes to stay in motion. So sometimes we might be going after our values that are sort of old news. Like we might be going after what doesn't really matter to us. So check in with your values. What really matters to you? Maybe your top 5 values. And then come the Gemini moon, you're going to want to make choices. So Taurus is about what you stand for, what you own, what values you have, what you really care about, what values you possess. And then when the Gemini moon comes, you think in regard to your values, you think in terms of those, and you make decisions, choices, key Gemini word, based upon your values. And then when you make choices that are aligned with your values, you live happily ever after, essentially. I was right yesterday. I love hearing I was right. I looked at my chart and my Venus and Neptune they square. Okay, so my Venus and your Venus and Mars. So my ideal love life might be a little bit fantastical. The square is a little bit tough. Yeah. But hey, the thing is that with Venus and Neptune, there's a tremendous ability for you to love. So that's good. And Venus and Mars together, that's pretty hot. That's pretty hot. Like whenever you have Venus and Mars together. And I think Christy, we'll talk about that in her chart. I think she has that, which makes a lot of sense. So yeah, consider what's important to you under this Taurus moon, and you will be able to make the most of it. Additionally, you want to use your Taurus moon today for activities that yield solid results, financial matters, nesting, resting, enjoying your body. Tauruses are very sensual. Music and food. Taurus loves to eat. Typically, not always. Thank you, Sin. Yes. Squares, I like how you say it better. I always say squares make shit happen, but yes, squares are where things happen. Because sometimes when the energies in our charts are so flowy, like trines, it's like so easy that we take it for granted and we don't utilize it. Squares like push you and create a certain level of tension. And we'll talk about the squares in Kirstie Alley's chart. But before we do that, folks, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. And that would be super cool. What a cool thing to do on this Wednesday. And yes, happy birthday, Kirstie Alley. Again, thank you all for reaching out to her to get her time of birth. We didn't get it, but that is okay. You don't always need it to get a lot of information. But it is her birthday, and she is, can you believe that Kirstie Alley is 71 years old? Can you believe that? But in all fairness, 71 is the new 61, right? 80 is the new 65. I mean, everything's sort of changed. 71 isn't what 71 used to be. So she has a lot of life left in her. I rewatched a few interviews Kirstie has done in the past year. She is quite the woman. Yes, she is. And Shiny Side Up, thank you very much for reaching out to her. I saw your tweet. I do appreciate it. Yeah, she's pretty phenomenal. I mean, she's a Capricorn, so they're typically accomplished people. Yeah, the human lifespan is increasing. And I just think that evolution-wise, we're just, we're not getting older. We're getting better. So this is Emmy Award-winning, Golden Globe Award-winning Kirstie Alley's chart. Again, we do not have her time of birth, but it is highly likely that she does indeed have her moon in Pisces, which makes a lot of sense, actually, because I always thought Kirstie Alley was a Pisces. When I found out that she was a Capricorn, I was surprised, because for whatever reason, I had Pisces in my head. The first closest aspect that we have in her chart is Neptune sextiling Pluto. So that Neptune is really prominent, which might be why I thought she was a Pisces, because Pisces is the ruler of Neptune, or Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, rather. But that Neptune that she has at 19 degrees Libra makes an exact sextile to her Pluto in Leo. So that is really very strong imagination, right? Which makes sense. I mean, even in her movie, Look Who's Talking, 1, 2, 3, 4. She obviously had to be very imaginative, but that imagination with Neptune combines with desire and willpower with that Pluto to manifest her long-term goals. So it's great. This is a total law of attraction, like one of the best law of attraction aspects that you can have, an aspect between Neptune, which is your imagination, and Pluto, which is about desire and energy and action, I think, to a certain extent, transformation. So she has that ability to combine her imagination with her desire and willpower to manifest her long-term goals, which she certainly does. Jupiter in her chart is at 6 degrees Pisces, And that makes a harmonious trine to her Uranus at 6 degrees Cancer. So this is really cool. Jupiter is all about luck and expansion, and Uranus is about surprise. It's like the alarm clock that goes off, right? So when these two planets combine, you can sometimes get some really lucky breaks, which I think also is helpful when she has her Pisces moon. She's probably highly intuitive, and really probably follows her intuition much more than most Capricorns. But this Jupiter trine Uranus as well brings creative genius. She might find herself pushing the limits at times, and it's also highly optimistic and cheerful. Much more cheerful she probably is than the typical Capricorn. Her current goal is to purchase and live in off farm. Well, that I don't think is going to be a problem for her. I'm sure she's achieved much more than that. So yeah, I'm sure she'll succeed. But yeah, that Jupiter trine Uranus is a great transit. It's great for lucky breaks, and she's also very optimistic for a Capricorn, which is nice. The Sun at 21 degrees Capricorn also makes a beautiful sextile to her North Node in Pisces. Now, that North Node looks to be conjunct her moon, but again, we don't know her moon sign, so we really can't say that. But we can say that her Sun does indeed sextile her North Node. So this is also an aspect that shows that she can be oftentimes at the right place at the right time. Again, that Pisces moon is extremely psychic, so she knows what's up. Also, this aspect with the Sun sextiling the North Node, the soul's mission, which is the North Node, and the conscious self, which is the Sun, are the same. They're aligned. So it's easy for her to be sort of like, this is what I want. This is where I'm going. What's next? So that's a really nice aspect. The Sun, what's interesting in her chart. Oh, good morning, Common Gave You. Nice to see you today. We're talking about Kirstie Alley's chart. We're celebrating her birthday. So yeah, we also have the Sun at 21 degrees Capricorn making a square to her Neptune at 19 degrees. So this is a perfect example of how squares get shit done, right? Because the Sun is about ego and identity and celebrating the self, and Neptune is about imagination. It rules movies and films and what she does, right? Acting, make-believe. So there is a square there. So what's interesting is that she definitely had some battles to overcome when it came to self-confidence, which typically Capricorns do. Capricorns might put on a good show, but they're an insecure sign. They have to really work toward their goals, and they take a strategic step-by-step approach. Love her and Look Who's Talking, though I shouldn't see that when I was a kid. Oh, really? Why not? I saw it when I was a kid. I thought it was great. And she and John Travolta just have tremendous chemistry. And what's interesting, John Travolta is an Aquarius, but he has a Pisces moon, I'm pretty sure. So they share the same moon sign, most likely. I thought that was a great movie. Why wasn't it for kids? Yeah, Cheers. She was amazing in Cheers. Amazing. Yeah, she was great. So yeah, she has this Sun making a square to Neptune. So there's certain battles for self-confidence. Oh, interesting. Her drug addiction was intense and her decision to overcome it. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that she had an issue with that. I mean, most creative people do, it seems. And I would say with Capricorn and Pisces, well, yeah. Capricorn typically, right? They hold on so tightly and they're such control freaks that they need like a release. There's a tremendous, and this isn't like, I'm not bragging on Capricorns. They just are born with a tremendous responsibility. So sometimes the only way they can allow themselves to let go is by, drugs and alcohol, stuff like that. And then Pisces just wants out anyway, right? Kirstie has a Pisces moon. So her instinctual reactions are to return to spirit and be really spiritualized and like go away. And like, nothing is real to a Pisces, they say. So you combine these two things, it would make sense that she'd, be predisposed, so to speak, to drugs or alcohol, which I think a lot of people in her industry are. Good morning, Steph MC. Nice to see you today. Chiron, where is her woundedness? Well, that's a really good question. Let's see here. Her Chiron is very good, Sin. Good question. You know why? Because her Chiron is on the Galactic Center at 27 degrees Sag. That's like smack dab on the Galactic Center. So Chiron pertains to a certain woundedness you come into this world with, right? From your past lives, etc. And then in our childhood, we tend to replicate the energy of the dynamics that went on in our past lives. So with Chiron and the galactic axis, the Galactic Center, it has a static degree at 27 degrees. It moves, but very, very slowly. But right now, it's at 27 degrees Sag. So the Galactic Center is the star, the sun of our suns. It's our Milky Way. It's where in space there's a potent amount of energy, very, very divine energy. Some people say it's divine intelligence. So with Chiron there, her woundedness is sort of tapped into the collective. So she shares a certain woundedness with the planet. And her woundedness is probably somewhat visible, or at least with it being so close to Mercury within a 4-degree orb, her communication style sort of expresses that woundedness, and most likely other people pick up on it and identify. So even though she, was gorgeous, model, right, beautiful, when she communicates, most likely with that Chiron, you're sensing her pain, and in a lot of respects, her audience might latch onto it because it is part of the collective pain, because it's galactic, the Chiron. Both she and Travolta are Scientologists. The church has a lot of documented abuses, and their current leader, yeah. I mean, who's to say? I think I don't know really anything about Scientology. All I do know, though, is that there are some aspects of Scientology that are absolutely brilliant. So whether or not it's a cult or this or that, I mean, who really knows unless you're there? You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah. But yes, she and Travolta, I believe, are, or they were at one point. But it's so interesting. It's really a matter of like some of the stuff that they teach you, and I don't even know much of it or any of it, but I know that like some concepts, like you can always pick and choose. Like there are some things. There's a reason why Tom Cruise, John Travolta, Kirstie Alley, et cetera, have, done something really substantial in the world. So who's to say that, Scientology certainly didn't, hurt. In any case, listen to her interviews with Adam Carolla and Tucker Carlson. I will. She is so honest and smart and funny and definitely gorgeous. Yes, I will. Thank you for that. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Her mom died in an auto accident, and her dad, wow. Geez. Thank you for letting me know that. I didn't know that. She took the best of what Scientology offered. Yeah, exactly. What's our bottom line here? What's the end result? So we can be so judgy, especially with that Lisa Remini or whatever, who's capitalized on this Gemini. All right. So I don't know. Anyway, in addition to that, she also has Mars in her chart at 22 degrees Aquarius, opposing Pluto. Oh boy, this is a big deal. So Mars is about action, drive, and energy and initiative, and Pluto is about transformation, and it's god of the underworld. It's the darker aspects of human nature. So she has a tremendous amount of raw passion and intense attractions. And that needs a creative expression. And my feeling is that really translates on screen, that real strong passion. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then she has Mercury at 1 degree Capricorn, making a trine to her. It's making a trine. Let me see. Mercury is at Sagittarius. Okay, no. That's, the Mercury is, no, it's Mars. Let me see. Oh, yeah, Mars, excuse me. Mars is making a trine to her Neptune. So Mars is at 22 degrees Aquarius, and that makes a really nice trine to her Neptune, which is in Libra. So Mars trine Neptune again. Mars is that sexiness, that creativity, that passion, and then Neptune is that otherworldliness, which again translates on screen. She's very, very sexy. When I've seen her in movies, etc. And she also has Saturn in her chart, which is the ruler of her sign, Capricorn. Her Saturn at 2 degrees Libra makes a square to her Uranus, which is at 6 degrees Cancer. So this aspect is a little bit tense. We actually had this aspect on Christmas Eve, Christmas. So if you experience a little bit of tension on Christmas or Christmas Eve, that's probably why. It was probably the square between Saturn and Uranus. But Kirsty has this in her chart. There's a tremendous amount of inner tension that can really lead to tremendous creativity and spontaneous creative expression. So, yeah, that's really fascinating. She also has Venus in her chart at 6 degrees Aquarius, making a trine to Saturn at 2 degrees Libra. So that's really nice too. Venus with Saturn is really cool. It actually gives her conservative values. It makes her steadfast and loyal and mature in relationships. Good morning, Anjum. Thank you for joining me today. So yeah, this is Kirsty's chart. It's pretty awesome, I got to say. She has a really interesting solar return today. It's nice that she has Taurus Moon under her solar return, most likely, right? Because solar return was yesterday or today, depending on when the sun entered that exact degree. But Taurus Moon under a solar return is really nice. Gives you that peaceful, easy feeling, which is really cool. So happy birthday, Kirstie Alley. I hope you guys enjoyed learning more about her. Let's look and see what's going on tomorrow. So tomorrow is Thursday, January 13th, and it is actually Make Your Dreams Come True Day. Isn't that nice? And it's on Thursday, which is Jupiter's day. And Jupiter is all about expansion and growth opportunities. So what a perfect day for Make Your Dreams Come True Day. Oh, good morning, Marlo. Nice to see you. I love your name, by the way, Marlo in the Making. When I was growing up in Boston, we had this radio guy who was phenomenal. I mean, he could be a jerk, but that was part of his shtick. His name was Maddie in the Morning, and his voice was just phenomenal. And he had this crew by the name, one of the co-hosts was Judy Pepperelli, and I forget the other guy's name. But they were just great. And every single morning on Kiss 108 FM in Boston, they would be on. And he was just phenomenal. What a great guy. So that's why it reminds me of your name reminds me of Maddie in the Morning. Let's see. I can try and finish this chapter I've been having trouble with. And what? You chapter in your life? Definitely. I mean, this is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. So yeah, we have National Make Your Dreams Come True Day on Jupiter's Day tomorrow. And then we have that Gemini Moon. So remember, today we're all about determining our values, what's most important to us. And then under this Gemini Moon that we're going to have tomorrow, it's about making choices based upon your values. Oh, literally, you're writing a chapter. Yeah, well, it's Mercury retrograde. It's not the easiest time to write. So sometimes you just need to relax. If you are a writer, it's always better to revise something because we're so close to retrograde. But you've already started it. So yeah, enjoy. I think you'll get it done. Gemini Moon is going to be probably good for that, So definitely enjoy your writing. Gemini Moon tomorrow is going to be good for communication, chit chat, writing, teaching, learning, your neighborhood, short distance travels, choice. So those are your Gemini keywords. So it should be a really nice day. Yeah, so that's about it from me today, folks. I do appreciate you hanging out with me this morning. We have a really big crew, I think fairly big for my live stream. So thank you for joining me. While you're at it, folks, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I do this every single day or weekday, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Yeah, it would be really nice to see you again. Thank you, Florida Husky, for joining me. And I'm sending you love to Florida. And I love that Florida love. Could give me a little extra warmth here in Los Angeles. So yeah, if you're looking to find out what's going on in your chart, and as you saw with Kirsty's example, we don't need your time of birth. Of course, it'll help. But if you're looking to find out what's going on in your chart, where that new moon in Capricorn hit on January 2nd, and where your full moon in Cancer is going to be on January 17th, we'll hook you up. We'll find out what's going on in your chart. We'll also read your tarot cards. Just check out my website, psychicsun.com, and we're going to hook you up with a reading. Just let me know. Thank you, Sin. It was nice to see you, Sin. Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys have a really, really great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.